This story is about courage and justice. After years of wandering in the wilderness, the Israelites were finally about to enter the Promised Land, a land flowing with milk and honey. But before they could settle in, they had to figure out who gets what. Land was passed down from fathers to sons. But what if a man had no sons? That's where our story begins. Meet Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah, the daughters of a man named Zelophehad. Their father had died in the wilderness, leaving no sons. Under the current rules, their family name and inheritance would disappear, but these women were not about to let that happen. Zelophehad's daughters approach Moses and the leaders to plead their case about why their father's inheritance should be passed down to them instead of fading away with their father's lineage. Boldly, they stepped forward and stood before Moses, the high priest Eleazar, and all the leaders of Israel. This was unheard of. Women didn't usually make requests like this, but they had a case, and they made it clear. Mahlah, one of the daughters, began to speak.
Our father died in the wilderness, but he wasn't part of Korah's rebellion. He was a good man. Why should his name disappear just because he had no sons? Give us our father's inheritance.
Moses, looking thoughtful, then turned to consult God. He didn't dismiss them. He didn't say, "That's just how things are." Instead, he took their case to God. And guess what? God agreed with them. Moses, standing before the people, announcing God's decision. He said,
"The daughters of Zelophehad are right. They must be given their father's inheritance. And from now on, if a man dies without sons, his daughters will inherit his land."
This proclamation brought celebration to the family of Zelophehad, and they give thanks to God. Just like that, justice was served. Because these women had the courage to speak up, not only did they secure their future, but they also changed the law for generations to come. So what can we learn from this story? First, courage matters. These women stood up when others might have stayed silent. Second, God cares about justice. He listens when people cry out for what's right. And finally, sometimes, change starts with just a few brave voices. So whatever challenge you're facing, remember the daughters of Zelophehad. Speak up, trust God, and who knows, you might just change history.